Take a deep breath. Let us begin. I am open. I am ready. I am a vessel of abundance. Money flows to me, like rivers to the sea, like light to the dawn. I welcome it with wisdom. I guide it with kindness. I let it move freely. True wealth is not numbers. It is peace. It is love. It is the courage to create. When I am calm, wealth finds me. When I am grateful, abundance expands. I no longer chase. I simply resonate, and money arrives. So it is. Now let us enter the Tao. Everyone wants money, yet the more you try to hold it, the faster it slips away. This is the paradox of money. Like water in your hand, the tighter you grip, the less you keep. You save with fear. You cling with anxiety. You chase with desperation. And still, money finds a way to escape. Why? Because money, like water, was never meant to be held. It was meant to flow. We were taught to chase it, to grind, to hustle. But chasing is like trying to trap a river in a cage. The river will break free. Money is not solid. It is liquid. It is movement. And movement resists control. You think money brings security, so you grab tighter. But in truth, money is security only when it moves, when it circulates. The paradox is this: the less you need to hold money, the more money wants to stay with you. Because money is not loyal to greed. It is loyal to energy, to flow, to purpose. Think of the dam, a giant wall holding back water. At first it looks powerful, but eventually cracks form. The water finds a way out. Now think of a river. It moves. It nourishes. It never stops. And because it moves, it never runs dry. Money follows the same law. If you build a dam, money stagnates. If you allow a river, money grows. The paradox of money is this: the more you try to own it, the less you have. The more you allow it to flow, the more it returns. So the question is not, how do I hold money? The question is, how do I let money flow? And this is where the Tao of money begins. Water has no shape. It adapts to wherever it flows. Pour it into a cup. It becomes the cup. Pour it into the ocean. It becomes the ocean. Money works the same way. It has no fixed form, no fixed owner. It flows to where it is welcomed. Water never resists. It moves around obstacles. It bends without breaking. Money, too, avoids resistance. It slips away from those who fight it. You cannot force water to stay. You cannot force money to stay. The more you push, the more it leaks away. But when you open space, water fills it. When you create value, money fills it. This is why some people always seem to attract money. Not because they chase it, but because they create space for it to flow. Money, like water, seeks balance. It nourishes where it is needed. It flows where it is useful. And if you misuse it, if you try to hoard it, it grows stagnant, just like water left standing. Stagnant water breeds disease. Stagnant money breeds fear. Both become toxic when locked away. But flowing water purifies. Flowing money energizes. Both bring life. Both bring renewal. The Tao teaches this. Water benefits all, yet contends with none. Money, too, can nourish all if you stop trying to own it. Think of rivers. They connect villages, cities, nations. Trade flows the same way. Currency connects people. Money is simply the water of human trust. And just as water belongs to no one, money belongs to no one. It only flows through those who understand its nature. To chase water is foolish. To chase money is the same. You cannot hold water. You cannot own money. But you can become a channel, a riverbed, a container. When you embody this truth, money begins to flow toward you. Not because you took it, but because you aligned with it. And that alignment, that letting go, is the Tao of water. And it is also the Tao of money. We were told, you must work hard to earn money. But that was never the truth. Money is not earned. Money is attracted. It flows to you as a natural response to the problems you solve. You cannot demand money. You cannot force money. But you can create conditions that invite it. Think of the sun. It does not chase the flower. It shines, and the flower turns toward it. Money is the same. When you shine, with skill, with creativity, with value, money turns toward you. The man who helps one person receives a little. The one who helps thousands receives much more. It is not the hours you work. It is not the sweat you shed. It is the scale of problems you solve. It is the depth of service you provide. Money is not a wage. It is a reflection, a mirror of your ability to create value. This is why some people work endless hours, yet remain poor, and others, with one idea, become wealthy. It is not luck. It is alignment. Money flows where problems are solved, where needs are met, where lives are changed. The Tao teaches, stop chasing money. Start creating value. The river does not chase the sea. It simply flows downward, and the sea accepts it. So ask yourself, who are you helping? What problems are you solving? The bigger the answer, the bigger the flow. Money is gratitude made visible. Every dollar is a thank you note. Every payment is an echo of trust. The man who demands money chases shadows. The one who serves becomes a magnet. And when you stop asking, how can I earn more? And instead ask, how can I help more? The river changes its course. It begins to flow toward you. Not by force, not by chance, but by nature, by Tao. Have you noticed the word itself? We call it currency. Currency, from current, from flow, from movement. Money is not numbers on a screen. It is not paper in your wallet. It is energy. And energy moves. Every transaction is energy exchanged. Every payment is vibration shared. When your energy is low, money avoids you. When your energy is high, money seeks you. This is why opportunities cluster around certain people. They do not chase wealth. Wealth chases them because energy is magnetic. It attracts its mirror. High energy calls to high energy. Low energy sinks into scarcity. Think of a room. One person walks in, heavy, bitter, drained. The air itself feels smaller. Then another enters, bright, alive, generous. And suddenly, the whole room expands. Money responds the same way. It moves toward openness, not contraction, toward trust, not fear. This is why desperation repels money. The man who clings cannot receive. The woman who fears cannot attract. But the one who radiates confidence, clarity, purpose, becomes a living magnet. Energy flows from high to low. This is law. When your energy is strong, you give. When it is weak, you grasp. But here lies the paradox. The more you give, the more flows back. The more you grasp, the more slips away. Money is not a thing. It is a field. It gathers around vibration. It follows resonance. Raise your energy through gratitude, through service, through integrity, and money will find you, not because you took it, but because you became the place where it belongs. When your energy is high, money flows with clarity. But when your energy is low, money becomes a trap. It tempts you. It whispers illusions. It lures you into actions that drain you even further. Low energy loves consumption. It loves the quick fix. It says, buy more, and you'll feel whole again. But the more you consume, the emptier you become, because consumption cannot heal what is missing inside. Low energy also breeds comparison. You look at what others have, and you feel behind. So you spend, not to grow, but to prove. This is the trap of vanity. Money as costume, money as mask, but the mask only hides weakness. Then comes the trap of fear. When your energy is low, you hoard. You clutch every coin, as if loss is death. But hoarding is like stagnant water. It breeds decay. Your fear keeps you poor, even when your bank is full. And finally, the trap of blind risk. Low energy whispers, throw it all into the fire. Maybe luck will save you. And so you gamble. You chase quick riches. You burn what little you have. And when it's gone, you call it fate. But it was never fate. It was energy, your own field, pulling you into loss. Understand this. Money itself is not the problem. It is neutral. It only reflects your state. High energy, money becomes a river. It nourishes you. Low energy, money becomes a swamp. It swallows you. So the question is not, how much money do I have? The real question is, what energy am I in right now? Because your state, not your savings, decides whether money will grow or disappear. You cannot chase a river. You can only guide its flow. The same is true for money. You cannot force it. You can only create the path for it to find you. A riverbed does not beg for water. It simply exists, shaped, ready, open, and water arrives. Your life can be the same if you shape it with clarity, if you open it with service, if you align it with purpose. Money will arrive. Chasing pushes money away. Guiding invites it. This is the Tao of flow. So how do you guide? First, remove the blocks. Remove the fears, the doubts, the clinging, because water cannot enter where the path is clogged. Second, dig deeper. Expand your skills. Sharpen your mind. Grow your capacity. The deeper the channel, the stronger the flow. Third, connect to others. Rivers do not flow alone. They join, merge, expand. Money flows the same way. Through trust, through exchange, through community. And finally, stop trying to own the river. You do not own water. You do not own money. You guide it. You use it. And you let it move on. When you hold, you shrink. When you share, you grow. Think of the farmer. He does not chase the rain. He prepares the field. And when the sky opens, his crops receive. So prepare your field. Shape your life as a riverbed. Create value. Remove resistance. Stay open. And money will flow. Not because you chased it. Not because you forced it. But because you became the place it belongs. This is the way of the Tao. Not control. Not fear. But flow. Many people treat money like a dam. They hold it. They lock it. They fear losing a single drop. But a dam always carries danger. Too much pressure builds. Too much fear grows. And when it breaks, it destroys. The Tao teaches something different. Not a dam, but a fountain. A fountain does not hoard water. It moves. It rises. It falls. And in falling, it refreshes everything around it. This is how money wants to live. Not trapped, but circulating. Not frozen, but alive. When you spend with fear, money leaves you heavy. When you spend with wisdom, money leaves you light. Every choice is energy. Every coin carries intention. To hoard is to shrink. To circulate is to expand. Think of your own life. The meals you enjoyed. The books you read. The journeys you traveled. They only existed because money flowed. If you had locked it all away, what would you have? Numbers on a screen, but no living memory. This is why a fountain is better. It gives. It receives. It creates beauty and motion. And here is the paradox. The more you circulate, the more it returns. Not because of magic, but because flow attracts flow. A dam isolates. A fountain connects. One holds in fear. The other gives in trust. So ask yourself, do you live like a dam? Or do you live like a fountain? The Tao whispers the answer. Do not fear the flow. Become part of it, and you will never run dry. All rivers flow to the sea, no matter how small, no matter how far. The sea does not chase. It does not beg. It simply waits, and everything comes. Money is no different. The ultimate abundance is not in chasing drops, but in becoming the ocean. The ocean has no fear of loss. If one wave falls, another rises. If one tide recedes, another returns. You are not meant to hold water in your hands. You are meant to open your hands, to become the shore, where streams gather. Think of the wealthiest souls, not just rich in numbers, but rich in wisdom, rich in peace, rich in the lives they touch. They do not panic at every drop. They trust the currents. They trust the flow, because they know the sea is endless. This is the secret. To stop asking, how do I get more? And start asking, how do I become more? When you expand, wealth expands. When you rise, opportunity rises. To live the Tao of money is to live like water, soft yet unstoppable, gentle yet powerful. A cup cannot hold the river. A jar cannot hold the sea. So do not shrink yourself. To fit money, expand yourself, so money fits you. At last, you will see, money was never the goal. It was always the current, the flow, the teaching. And you, like water, were always meant to find your way home, to the ocean. The Tao of money ends here. It began with a drop. It ends with the sea.